Muy buenas y bienvenidos a Multiplayer. Y aquí estamos pues con el capítulo 10 de Final Fantasy XVI. Vamos a darle cañita. Ya sabéis que el otro día hicimos solo escorias y alguna misión principal, pero bueno, vamos a hacer vamos a continuar. Voy a bajarle el volumen, está bajado. Y vamos a darle caña a la cosita. Vale, nos dejamos una escoria, ¿vale? Nos dejamos una escoria. Buenas, Andrés, ¿qué tal estás? Nos dejamos aquí una escoria. La tenemos aquí abajo. A ver. Pero que yo ya sé dónde está. Claro está. Y a lo mejor, pues, nos vamos a ir a probar. Es una nivel S. A ver si podemos con ella o no. Por aquí. Escondido de los rayos del sol. ¿Pero dónde estás metido? ¿No estás en casa o qué? Y hay que venir aquí, creo que dijimos. Creo que está por aquí. Creo que está aquí. Buenas, Joma. Mi casa tirada de la cama. Vamos en busca de la escoria que no hicimos el otro día. Tres Isolation. Y lo más probable es que nos pegue un curro, ¿vale? Porque es un nivel, es un rango S. Y que lo más probable es que me pegue un curro. Y creo que voy sin nada. Ah, no, vale, bien. Voy bien, voy bien. Debería estar por aquí adelante. No quiero pensar. Si es que lo tengo dicho. No. Si es de Auron. Un poquito de agua. Oye, pues aquí hoy no hace tanto calor. Allá al fondo creo que está. Ahí está, la escoria. Atlas. Clase S. ¿Qué nivel tiene? ¡Hostia! Chinem. ¡Ah, qué hijo de puta! ¡Hijo de puta, tío! Tío. Creo que lo vamos a dejar para cuando tengamos un nivel muy ajustado a él. En la misión podrá. Es que nos saca 10 niveles, ¿sabes? Por encima. Y creo que el máximo del juego. Creo que el máximo del juego es 50. Nivel 50.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
41. Huye.
So,
Métete dentro de la nevera.
next?
Haz un Indiana Jones.
For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
De ponerte en tu sitio, ¿no, Joma? Un enemigo de que te pone en tu sitio.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
No,
Mid
vengo
said I should
más,
speak with
vengo
you.
más a por una helada.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you.
Hey.
Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Perdido la puta toalla.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
La de encima de la cama. No, no está. ¿Cómo desaparecer? ¿Cómo desaparecer una cosa en tu propio cuarto que tenías a 2 centímetros de ti? Increíble. Magia, magia, sí, sí. No, no. Sí, estoy contigo, magia.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Hombre, solo con decirte que cuando he empezado el directo la tenía a mi lado. Imagínate.
Let's go. Faster!
Esta cancioncita me recuerda mucho a Mass Effect, que lo dije el otro día. Pero coño, ¿no veis que tenéis nivel 13?
Oh, there you are,
Controlado.
Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Buenas, Cereza, ¿qué tal estás?
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor.
Pues
Time
nada,
to go.
vamos a echarlo.
Nice try. Too slow.
No te vayas para el lado. Te vayas para allá. Mira. ¡Qué puta! Me vas a hacer la 13-14 como hacen casi todos.
Nice try.
Para acá.
Too slow. Garuda!
Los imanes de la nevera.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
Los imanes de la nevera tenían tanto polvo que en realidad no se pegaban. No se pegaban por el imán, ¿no? Se pegaban por el polvo que tenían, ¿no? Qué broma.
Trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Detrás de la nevera está el color real de la... Voy a mirar una cosa aquí. A ver si tienen mejores armas o mejor stat. No sé, venía a mirar a ver qué tenía por aquí. Pues... esta es la que tengo.
No scratches, right?
Puedo mejorarla.
You can thank me later.
Y ya está, no puedo mejorar más.
That it? Fine.
Yo antes te compro. Acabo más rápido comprándote una rumba. Y a tomar.
Might need some help tidying
If I don't come up with something soon.
Si me dejas tener la nevera abierta, te limpio la casa si quieres, ¿no?
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze.
¿Yo?
Which is why you need proper shielding.
Sí, para eso te compro la rumba. Para no limpiar. ¿Qué cojones? Ya limpiará la rumba.
Reason for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Hombre, prefiero antes que escuche los Teletubbies a que escuche el reggaetón. Ashley, Leon, Leon.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. All done?
Me pido el telecabina rojo, Teletubby. Menos quitar trabajos a la gente que gana dinero y más quitar trabajo en casa. Eso es lo que tienen que hacer los robots y las inteligencias artificiales. Más limpiar casas y menos quitar trabajos. El único trabajo que tienen que quitar las inteligencias artificiales es el de casa. El de limpiar. Más por culo. Se acabó la tontería.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Hombre, claro, que tiene que acabarse también el Satisfyer. ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué están las bocas y las manos? ¿Eh? Para Satisfyer. Hombre.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before
Bueno, según se mire, ¿eh? Cuidado.
The dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm. Nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Bueno, ser repartidor o ser un satisfier humano, ¿no? Me alquilo por horas, ¿no? Que es lo que viene siendo ser un puto.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Bueno, eso de silencioso habría que verlo. Porque el Satisfyer será silencioso. Pero la que lo alquila no creo.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Bueno, pero con un chupito de tequila se desinfecta. Eso no pasa nada.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Mira, como hemos oído mucho con Jill, ¿vale? Que se venga Tarja.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic. Conch shells. Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
El mocho ya no te resulta tan interesante. No. Pues nada, habrá que comprarle un mocho duro a Cereza.
Where's Taya?
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I won't
these.
have you spoiling.
There you are, Taya.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Dame el mocho. Ah. Para cosas piano. Mira, fue en esta. ¿Os acordáis de lo que dije el otro día? Lo de que después de tal la gente había dejado de jugar a este juego, ¿no? Pues era por esta misión.
If that's what you want.
Por esta misión. Por la misión de comprar ajo.
But you're free to look. I trust it's all here.
That should do it. Hopefully Taya's finished too.
All anyone ever wants.
Fresh cuts! Up! You'll not find a bruised pivot in the...
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Encontré un...
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Yo creo que se quedaron sin pilas y les salía más caro comprar las pilas que comprarse uno nuevo.
Think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us. I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Yo creo que habrá que cambiarle las gomas para... Las gomas de succión para esto, sobre todo por demasiado uso, ¿no? Esas cosas, como siempre he dicho, es mejor comprar las nuevas y darle tú el primer uso. Eso de comprar de segunda mano... No, ¿eh? Que a saber en qué cuevas... A saber en qué cuevas ha estado metido.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
¿De verduras?
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Yo arroz al
Leave
horno.
it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Con su morcillita, con su longanicita, con su patatita, con su garbancito. Sangre negra.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Aparte, ¿no? Arroz blanco y aparte albóndigas en salsa. O todo junto. Porque entonces ya no sería arroz blanco. Sería arroz en salsa con albóndigas.
I think Mid might need some help.
Me está dando hambre otra vez.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Cañones de exfoliación. Joder, pues ese sí que tiene que tener la cara dura para que le fabriquen un cañón de exfoliación, ¿sabes?
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Mira, aquí, que tengo mi botella de agua. O a lo mejor no es agua. A lo mejor me meto un gin tonic en la botella y hago parecer que es agua.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
Mentira. El Enterprise tenía 2 motores. A mí no me jodas. A mí no me mientas. El Enterprise tenía 2 motores. ¡Shh! Que los he visto. ¿Eh? 2 motores. No mientas. El Enterprise tenía 2 motores, no 4. Te estás rayando. Tú no estás viendo el Enterprise, tú estás viendo otra cosa.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
No, creo que yo recordar es el Enterprise son 2. Es el círculo, ¿vale? Luego la salida y luego tenía las dos turbinas. Pero eso Homa lo debe de saber mejor que yo.
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
O Freeman.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that you're little project is finished?
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when
Pues
you're
eso,
ready.
que estamos hablando de no estamos hablando de motor, estamos hablando de turbinas. Esto es como tubo escape, ¿no? El coche tiene un motor, pero tú le puedes poner 2 tubos de escape.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
A ver, que veo por aquí una misión secundarieta. Pues eso, ella estaba diciendo, ¿vale? Que dice el Enterprise, ¿vale? Dice el Enterprise tiene 4 turbinas. Y yo le estaba diciendo, no, tiene 2. Tú no estás viendo el mismo Enterprise que yo.
Well, that's it then. I'm bugger. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough.
Claro.
Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping.
¿Y para qué quieres tú un alambique? ¿Eh? Dímelo. ¿Para qué quieres tú un alambique? Ya quieres hacer tu propia cerveza, ¿eh?
Get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job.
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
A ti te gustan otra cosa de bolas, ¿no?
I'll see what I can do.
La puta bolas de fuego gigantes.
And good hunting, eh?
Vale, a ver. ¿Estás buscando a un rey bomb? Pues en el tablón de anuncios tienes información sobre uno. Al final no queríamos escoria y ahora al final toma escoria. Toma escoria. El perol. Ahí, donde se hace un buen caldo. En el perol. Un buen potaje, unas buenas pavadas y asturianas ahí. El perol es Sanbreque. Una libertadora se desorientó en un bosque de camino al coto de caza imperial y acabó descubriendo unas ruinas empíreas donde, según afirma, le atacó una criatura que se asemejaba a una gran bola de fuego. Dice haber encontrado la descripción de una alimaña idéntica en un bestiario de Harpócrates, aunque insiste en la que ella vio era 10 veces más grande y tenía corona. Vale, Sabrenque. ¿Hay otra misión? Vale, a ver, Sabrenque. ¿Dónde estará Sabrenque? Por aquí no. Los Wing. El dragón. Aquí de momento no hay que acercarse. Vista clara. Me toca los cojones un huevo, ¿vale? Me toca los cojones un huevo el hecho de estar buscando la mierda de estas cosas, ¿vale? Porque es que encima de que no te deja seleccionarlas, ¿vale? No te hizo un punto, ¿vale? Y luego búscate la puta vida. Es un puto jaleo que flipas. Coto del camino imperial. Aquí hay otra misión. Claro, no sé dónde coño está Sabrenque, tío. Porque lo de el perol. Sabrenque septentrional. Vale, esto sería Sabrenque, todo esto. Ahora hay que buscar el coto de mierda. O las mierdas. Coto de caza imperial. Pero claro, ¿por dónde tienes que entrar? ¿Por aquí? Por aquí no me dejas. Por aquí. Hay que entrar por aquí. Entonces hay que ir al nido. Ahí.
Ready, go? Run like the wind. Back to the stables, girl.
Por aquí.
Here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Si te va a enganchar esa. Se te quita toda la tontería.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Están un poco calentitas, ¿no?
That should do it. For what?
Chew it.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help setting
All right there, Sid?
Sí, le gusta mucho crear polémicas.
How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Ah, ya está creando la cerveza.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Telamon, eso es un Pokémon o un Digimon, ¿no?
Down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
¿Puedo hacerlo más grande?
We happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
PlayStation se ha bajado los pantalones al final. A ver, pociones de 4 a 6, ultra pociones una más. ¿Eh? Ya, pero que PlayStation no quería bajarse los pantalones. Y al final, pues ya... no quería bajarse los pantalones porque decían, este acuerdo no va a llevar a buen puerto, no va a llevar a buen puerto, no va a llevar a buen puerto. Y, pues bueno, no vamos a hacer ningún trato con ellos porque esto no lleva a ningún puerto. Y al final se han dado cuenta de que sí que va a buen puerto y han dicho, creo que nos toca bajarnos los pantalones. Muy buena, Freeman, ¿qué tal estás? Dice, porque como se pongan chulitos nos jodemos.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
He cracked the crystal too.
Qué cabrón. No tenemos mis... No, Joma es antiqueso. Que el otro día encontré el bocadillo de Joma. Que era un buen puñado de queso, ¿vale? En 2 rebanadas de queso, embadurnado en un poquito de queso. Le llamaría el Joma. Gracias por lo del otro día. El cuero curtido que le entregaste a Blackthorn le devolvió los ánimos, pero parece que el efecto no ha durado mucho. Vuelve a estar más pensativo de lo normal y a veces hasta pone cara de haberle olido el aliento a un morbol cuando bate el hierro. Parece que hay algo más que no nos ha contado. Yo voy a estar un tiempo fuera de la guarida. Sé que andas ocupado y tal, pero me harías el favor de hablar con él y averiguar. Claro, hombre, cómo no. Si me va a dar algo.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
La cuestión es que unas noticias, ¿vale? Dicen que mañana, ¿vale? Que mañana podrían cerrar el trato, ¿vale? Pero hay otras noticias que dicen que lo más probable es que tarde un poco más. Entonces no sé si mañana de repente nos despertamos y Activision ya ha sido comprada o toca esperar unos meses más. Me parece que esto ya es demasiado. Esto es puro bullying. Baneame, pero ya deja de nada. No, hay que decir que hoy Freeman había hecho fresquete.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
¿Cuántos de aquí somos team frío?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
Out with it.
I want to know about the
A la
sword
vela.
you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose.
Arce, adorador.
There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dhalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Está podrido de dinero, ¿eh?
He's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Está podrido de dinero, hijo de puta. Que me dé un poco, ¿no? Los soplapollas.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Es que es eso. Es que si tienes frío, ¿vale? Te pones un batín, te pones tal y ya más relajado, más calentito, más tal. Pero es que si tienes calor y te has quitado ya toda la ropa, que vas con el colgajo pendulón, ¿vale? Y sigues teniendo calor, ¿qué haces? ¿Qué haces? No hay más. No hay más. ¿Quién gana? Sin frío. ¿Qué? Ahí está. Ahí está. Por mucha ropa que te quites vas a seguir teniendo calor. Pero en cambio, si tienes frío, te pones un poquito, te pones una, ¿no? Como diríamos las madres, te pones una rebequica encima y ya está. Ya está. Ya está. No hay más. Ganador, Team Frío. Ya está. No hay discusión. No hay discusión. Cuando vas a dormir con alguien en verano, tú le pegas la patada porque dices, no te acerques, que hace calor, te pegas a mí. Pero en invierno, a dormir a juncaicos. ¿Eh? ¿Quién gana? ¿Team Frío? Ya está. Si es que no hay más. Team Frío tiene todas las ventajas. Tiene todas las ventajas. Y ahora dirán, no, pero es que en verano te puedes bañar. En invierno también. En invierno también. Te vas a una piscina cubierta con sus restos y te bañas. Ya está. Ya está. ¿Quién gana? Team Frío.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword.
Ow.
It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dhalmekian is set.
Lo estaba pensando ahora mismo, Freeman. Digo, por lo menos a San Andrés le han hecho una película. Encima se llama San Andrés. Que es la de la falla de San Andrés. Pero bueno, a San Francisco no le han hecho una película, pero ha salido en muchas películas.
To pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Que las puertas te acompañen. Pero no he visto la peli. ¿Cuál? ¿La de San Andrés? ¿La de The Rock? Creo que tendría que estar como Enrique San Francisco para ver alguna peli más de The Rock. Es que The Rock es The Rock en todas las películas. No interpreta, se interpreta a sí mismo. Entonces no... Es como Arnold Schwarzenegger en sus tiempos mozos, ¿vale? O Sylvester Stallone, que era Sylvester Stallone en Sylvester Stallone. O Arnold Schwarzenegger en Arnold Schwarzenegger. Porque estaban tan encasillados en sus mismos papeles que no hacían otros papeles. Está ya ahí. Buenas tardes.
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Bueno, ya solo quedamos tú y yo. Han cogido una inteligencia artificial, ¿no? Han cogido una inteligencia artificial y han clonado a todos los, ¿no? Es que ahora mismo, ¿vale? No sé cuál es. Sé que es la de San Andrés con tal, pero no me acuerdo cuál es, ¿vale? Es que ha hecho tantas en la que hace de los mismos papeles que ya no sé si es esa, si no es esa. Supongo que es la del terremoto, pero no me acuerdo si es en la que se dice que no tiene una pierna, que que le falta una pierna. Que no sé si es esa o la del rascacielos, o a lo mejor es la misma, ¿sabes? No sé. Ya está, ya la has cagado. Sí, no sé, creo que sí. Es que no lo tengo, es que ha hecho tantas parecidas, tío. Que es que, que sé que no es rampaje porque salen bichos gigantes. Si no, hasta te diría, hostia, no es la de rampaje porque es increíble. Es que hasta en Black Adam hace de The Rock. Es que hasta en Black Adam hace de The Rock. ¿Sabes? Es que no puede ser muy buena foto.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right.
Sí, Joma, sí.
Let's get it back to Dalamel.
Hay una que del videojuego de Rampage. ¿Sí? Con The Rock. Y un gorila gigante. Y un perro gigante. Y un cocodrilo gigante. Sí, Joma, sí. Con The Rock, que solo le faltó inyectarse la movida y pegarse contra los bichos. Que me juego 1000 pavos a que lo intento.
Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain
Qué
single-edged
putada.
sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of
Pues,
swordsmanship.
prima, yo no pondría las manos en el fuego porque a lo mejor te quemas, ¿eh? A lo mejor te quemas porque a lo mejor hay alguna película
And hone their blades to such
que
perfection
solo le falta eso ya.
that none
A
ever
The Rock.
Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Yo, mira, haría una película con The Rock, ¿vale? Que se llamaría The Rock, ¿vale? Y el letrerito pondría una película de mierda. ¿Por qué? Porque trataría de un váter que se llama The Rock. La Rock.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
A ver, no soy fan. Puedo ver sus películas, ¿vale? Me pasa lo mismo que con las películas, como os he dicho antes, como las películas de antes de Arnold Schwarzenegger y Sylvester Stallone, ¿vale? Que eran Arnold Schwarzenegger y Sylvester Stallone en Arnold Schwarzenegger y Sylvester Stallone, ¿vale? Pues con The Rock me pasa lo mismo, ¿vale? Puedo ver sus películas, pero es The Rock, ¿vale? Es The Rock. No es un Christian Bale actuando, ¿sabes? Es The Rock. Haciendo de The Rock. ¿Sabes? Es un tío que, por muchos papeles que haga, es él mismo. Es que ves su última película y ves El Rey Escorpión, ¿vale? Y no vas a notar cambio, ¿vale? No vas a notar cambio. Vas a ver el mismo actor en la última que ha hecho que en una de sus putas primeras películas. ¿Sabes? No vas a notar un cambio.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this West End, shall we?
Lo que te digo, puedo ver sus películas, pero si no hiciera más películas tampoco me importaría.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
No me imagino. No, ni yo tampoco.
Whetstone. Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Este año, ¿quién han sido los nominados para los Razzie? Porque creo que ha habido varios que decían, hostia, agárrate.
Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a design of the blade.
Es como lo que estábamos diciendo el otro día, ¿vale? La película de Justicia Implacable, ¿vale? ¿Cuántas veces habéis visto a Jason Statham, ¿vale? A Jason Statham hacer de un ex militar en el que, ¿qué tal, qué pin, qué va? En todas las películas. Pero yo creo que no cogería ninguna película para hacer un drama. Es un actor que está encasillado para hacer películas de acción. ¿Qué es lo que ha hecho Batista? ¿Vale? Batista ahora mismo se ha separado de lo que viene siendo de casi todo lo que es acción. Ha dicho adiós a los Guardianes de la Galaxia, ha dicho adiós a tal, y está haciendo películas como La Visita, creo que era, la última de Shyamalan. Mira la última de Shyamalan, que no hace de ningún asesino. Y lo ves todo grande y tal, y es súper bonachón. ¿Sabes? Entonces, es que es eso. Si no intentas quitarte de ese mundo de películas de acción, siempre te van a llamar para películas de acción. ¿No? Es que... Bueno, vi a Brendan Fraser. Bueno, no es que engordó para la película, sino que el pobre hombre, pues entre unas depresiones y unas movidas, ¿sabes? Hizo la de la ballena, que por cierto tengo que verla. Y toma ya. Pero es que para mí, Brendan Fraser era un puto actorazo. Coño, pero en cambio tú lo veías en La Momia, ¿vale? Tú veías La Momia y veías a un Brendan Fraser, pero es que luego veías en George de la Jungla, ¿vale? Veías a George de la Jungla y veías a otro Brendan Fraser, ¿sabes? Sí, no, sí, ahí te doy la razón. Venía de una depresión y tal.
Rattle me. but there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than
les cuesta mucho salir, ¿eh?
More hard wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy now. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just...
Le ha costado, a Jim Carrey le ha costado salir, pero aún así sigue encasillándose en ese personaje loco, ¿sabes? Le ha costado salir, pero aún así suele casi hacer ese mismo personaje. El que sí que se había encasillado totalmente es Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp creo que le afectó mucho hacer Piratas del Caribe. Yo siento que le duele al que lo que está escuchando, ¿vale? Pero le afectó mucho a Johnny Depp hacer Piratas del Caribe. ¿Por qué? Porque todos los personajes que hizo después eran exactamente igual que Jack Sparrow. Totalmente, todos iguales. Locos, idos de la cabeza, eran exactamente todos igual. Y creo que Johnny Depp necesita un puto cambio de aire. Necesita separarse totalmente de Tim Burton. Os lo digo. Johnny Depp necesita separarse totalmente de Tim Burton. Que cuando Tim Burton le diga, quiero hacer una película contigo, Johnny Depp le diga, no.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Diseño de Excalibur. ¿Qué me vas a pedir para hacerme Excalibur?
So, will it be?
Pues nada, porque ya la tengo.
Last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Ole, mira, ya tenemos Excalibur. Pero por eso estoy diciendo que debe separarse. Que debe separarse de Tim Burton. Debe separarse totalmente de Tim Burton. Porque Tim Burton es el que lo está llevando a hacer esos papeles de mierda. Lo siento, pero es que Tim Burton, para mi gusto, no ha hecho ninguna película buena estos últimos años. Yo creo que desde que hizo Alice en el País de las Maravillas o Dumbo, Tim Burton no ha vuelto a ser el mismo ni de coña. No sé ni por qué me he bajado. Ya, os lo juro. La de Alicia en el País de las Maravillas. Hostia, es un mojón como un piano. Y la de Dumbo, Dios. No hay ni por dónde cogerla. Bueno, es que ninguna live action de Disney hay por donde cogerlo.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending our fired away traipsing across the
Coño,
Tweed,
es que...
I swear, that girl do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave.
Es que Johnny Depp tiene películas muy buenas, coño. Es que Johnny Depp tiene películas muy buenas.
She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive?
Coño, para mí una de las películas que más me encantan de Johnny Depp es la de La Novena Puerta. A mí la de La Novena Puerta a mí me encanta. Y cada vez que la echan me la veo entera.
Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Y sé que esto a Homa le va a joder, ¿vale? Y sé que esto a Homa le va a joder. Porque sé que no le tiene aprecio mucho a ese escritor, ¿vale? Pero tengo aquí el libro. ¿Vale? Que tengo aquí el libro.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Es que antes como queso, hijo de puta. Antes te haces el bocadillo ese que te he dicho antes, ¿no, Homa?
You in a hurry and all, are ya? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
Claro, Homa, el libro puede estar escrito por Arturo Pérez Reverte, ¿vale? Pero la película está dirigida y hecha por otros actores. Entonces, pues, bueno, puedes obviarlo, ¿no?
What tidings, uncle?
Hijo mío, me alegra comunicarte que mi expedición a Camber ha sido todo un éxito. El amigo que te comenté no solo ha accedido a financiar nuestras actividades, sino también a relatarme toda clase de sucesos que acontecen en las ciudades libres, a partir de los cuales he conocido a una amiga tuya. ¿Ah, sí? ¿Quién? Dímelo. Aunque admiro el ingenio y arrojo de la señorita Telamón, te la montas tú solo, ¿no? Para embarcarse en la construcción del Enterprise, dudo que las autoridades de Camber vean con buenos ojos el uso no autorizado de sus astilleros. Por si fuera poco, los maestros de los gremios de mercaderes no tardarían en entrometerse en el proyecto. Es por ello que te escribo esta misiva. Me gustaría contar con la ayuda de tu joven espía, Gaff, durante 1 o 2 lunas para que vigile a cualquiera que intente meter las narices donde no debe y nos avise de posibles ataques. Sé que no quieres prescindir de él, pero no te lo pediría si no fuese necesario. Espero tu respuesta.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
¿Ves? Platoon no la he visto.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks.
Pero bueno, es un buen juego de Super Nintendo, de Switch, ¿no?
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with
La veré, la tendré que ver en algún momento.
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
Splatoon.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too.
Venía. Juego de
She's got some
palabras.
things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Si soy sincero, no he visto nada de la tercera temporada de The Witcher, ¿vale? Pero siendo sincero, ¿vale? No me llama nada. Siendo sincero, no me llama nada la tercera temporada.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me.
Enemigo a las puertas.
But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
Free men, ¿no es? Freeman sale en el juego.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
No sé de cuál está hablando Homa. No sé si está hablando de Platoon, no sé si está hablando de enemigo a las puertas.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
La de Patton es la del general Patton, ¿no?
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Salvar al soldado Ryan.
Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
Joder, esta mujer está utilizando todos los insultos antiguos. Que si Zalamero, que si Pazcuato. Seguro que la que Mangurrián, el Mangurrián. La puta abuela, la puta ama.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Yo quiero ver una, bueno, que en realidad quiero ver las dos, ¿vale? Pero no me acuerdo cuál es el director, ¿vale? No me acuerdo si la de Windstalker, ¿vale? Es la de... La del director este... No sé qué Lee, era creo que se llamaba. Que era el director de la peli de Hulk. La de Eric Bana. o la delgada línea roja. Ahora seguramente se te es la misma película. A mí hay una de las que también me gustó, ¿vale? Que a lo mejor a mucha gente que a lo mejor no le moló esa peli, ¿vale? Pero a mí me gustó. La de creo que era Hasta el último hombre. Que hay mucha gente que a lo mejor a Mel Gibson no le gusta como director, ¿sabes? Y a mí esa peli me gustó bastante. Y ahí Andrew Garfield se marca un papelón que flipas.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Esa no sé cuál es. Es que, si te digo la verdad, de submarinos creo que la única que conozco es la de a la caza del octubre rojo. Tenemos aquí la misión secundaria.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to...
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Es que de submarinos prefiero... De submarinos prefiero arriba al periscopio.
This fearsome-looking fellow. You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. Seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much
Es un clásico. Se podría considerar ya una película vintage.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Venga, va. Porque tengo Excalibur aquí, hombre.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Y si no, tendré que mataros.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
enemigos derrotados. Uf, pues yo desde que caí malo, creo que ha sido diariamente verme 4 o 5 películas casi diarias, ¿eh?
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Claro, yo me pongo el de Classius, me pongo el de Classius o figura 76. Que ayer estuvieron haciendo maratón de Harry Potter. De Harry Potter.
Hey? Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
Claro, y luego vimos el oso prodigioso.
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
De momento son los dos únicos que sigo. Me gustaría hacer lo que hacen ellos, ¿vale? De coger, llegar a lo mejor en vez de el domingo hacer directo, ¿vale? De coger el domingo, ¿vale? Sábado tomármelo de descanso y el domingo coger y empezar a las 9 de la mañana, ¡pum! Película, ¿sabes? Así hasta las 12 de la noche. Pero claro, también es jugársela, ¿sabes? No sé cómo lo harán ellos, ¿vale? Pero claro, también es jugártela, ¿sabes? De que de repente cojan y te hagan ¡pum! Y te cierren el canal. Porque estás poniendo películas, ¿sabes? Entonces, tampoco quiero jugármela. Entonces ahí estoy con unas dudas. Me gustaría hacerlo, pero estoy con dudas. Por si me cierran el canal.
I see the Dhalmekians lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
Se me ha reconectado el chat. Se me había desconfigurado el chat. Entonces no sé. No sé qué ha dicho Freeman en realidad. ¿De qué remake estáis haciendo? ¿De la película que estoy diciendo? Es que como se me ha reconectado el chat, ¿vale? Justamente no sé lo que ha dicho Freeman. Ah, el equipo A. No estuvo mal. ¿Podría haber estado mejor? Sí. Ole. Último pecado. No, es el último pecado.
This is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth,
No, sí, en eso te doy la razón. Entretenida era. Como las películas a lo mejor de antiguamente de Arnold Schwarzenegger o Sylvester Stallone o algunas películas de rock. Pero bueno, no pasan de ser entretenidas. Podría tirarme cosas diciendo cosas malas de todas las películas.
In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
Pues a mí la de Mad Max.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
A mí me gustó.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
Pero no te esperes una trama impresionante, porque trama que creo que es la película con menos trama que he visto en mi puta vida. Hasta diría que cualquier película de Arnold Schwarzenegger o Sylvester Stallone tiene más trama que Mad Max, la nueva. Pero no me parece mala. Nada. Me parece... Alguien se está ganando un baneo. Y Cereza, si estás por ahí, por favor, ¿puedes banearme a esta persona? ¿Que se piensa que le voy a dar dinero para tener espectadores? Se piensa el subnormal que le voy a dar dinero para tener espectadores. Pues la llevas tú, Clara.
Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Los Satisfiers hay que comprarlos. O pedírmelos a mí. Yo te lo llevo.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of
Pero ¿cómo esa mierda de chiquillo va a reconstruir el este? ¿Cómo esa mierda de chiquillo?
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
Pero qué Dios, ni qué polla. Pero si no tienes ni media hostia.
Gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
Si tú no has peleado ni en una batalla, ¿dónde vas, media hostia? ¿Dónde vas? Media hostia. Si no tienes ni media hostia.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father, I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread?
Pues no.
Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only.
La que habla es la hija de la gran puta que está allá.
Annabella, thanks for reminding me of certain
¿Lo es?
truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
Dios, por favor, meterle un cuchillazo al chiquillo ya, por favor.
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Vamos a McDonald's. Tío, por favor, que se lo... Te lo juro, te lo juro. Te lo juro. Que, como acabe el juego y esos tres personajes no estén muertos, para mí el juego es una mierda. Así os lo digo, ¿eh? Así os lo digo. Como acaba el juego y esos tres personajes que estaban sentados ahí no estén muertos, el juego es una mierda. Porque yo los mataría.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Hija de puta, cómo se ríe. Es que, te juro, mátala.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my
Joder,
blood?
puta. Tío, está ahí. ¡Mátala! ¡Mátala! Nadie te va a decir nada. Yo no he visto nada. Yo cierro los ojos. Tú mátala. Los que estamos aquí en el chat, todos cerramos los ojos. Nadie ha visto que la has matado. Mátala, coño, clávala ahí. Y la empalas y dejas la espada. La tomas por culo. Te puedes ir volando. Eres Bahamut. Te vas. Nadie te va a encontrar. ¿Te vienes con nosotros? Te vienes con nosotros, tío. Ven con nosotros.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
No ibas tan rápido. Pum, aquí de cabeza, ¿eh? Pum, para adentro. Aquí, de aquí. Es igual que Simon Pegg, ¿vale? El actor de Zombie Party o el que sale o el actor de Misión Imposible, ¿vale? El pelirrojete este, que es muy gracioso él. Cuando empezó a hacer las películas de Misión Imposible, tenía que ocultar su adicción al alcohol. Y lo dijo en una entrevista. Que a lo mejor ya no es alcohólico. Lo más probable. Pero él lo dijo. Que... A ver que mire cosas. No, no, no. Ni el primero ni el último. Y hay muchos de los que dices, hostia, no esperaba esto, pero sí. Te digo yo que hay muchos de los que te crees que no, pero yes, very well. Yo tengo una adicción. Son los videojuegos.
And they're all making for the crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Jill, por favor. ¿Qué querías enfriar? A ver, sé que hace calor, pero coño, tampoco hace falta que me lo metas por el culo. Ya. No sé, créate unos cubatas, yo qué sé. Y me das uno, ¿sabes? Pero tampoco hace falta que me metas 4 rayacos de hielo por el ojete. Sí, a ver, si es como todo, ¿no? Si vas si vas a terapia y vas a tal y haces caso a lo que te dicen, ¿vale? Suele salir, ¿vale? Suele salir. Otra cosa es que vayas a terapia y te pases la terapia, ¿vale? Y te pases la terapia por el puto forro de los cojones, ¿vale? De que estés pagando a un psicólogo o a un terapeuta, ¿vale? Para pasártelo por el puto forro de los huevos. El Hugh Ledger. Pero no murió por una sobredosis de droga. Es que murió por una sobredosis de pastillas para no dormir.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap. Well met.
Me llevo esta.
Many thanks. A fine choice. You've a discerning eye. May Gilbert smile upon you.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that?
Yo puedo decir que a mí me gusta mucho su Joker, ¿eh? A mí me gusta mucho su Joker. Es lo que diríamos un Joker realista. ¿Cómo sería un Joker en un mundo real? ¿Sabes? No era una persona loca, ¿vale? Porque era una persona totalmente sus putos cabales. Pero tenía sus pequeñitas idas de olla.
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread? You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You are more than welcome to look.
Se comió. Es que era muy buen Joker. Era muy buen Joker. Y es que encima creo que estaba rodando, ¿vale? Estaba rodando 2 películas. ¿Vale? Creo que estaba rodando 2 películas. Porque estaba rodando Batman, ¿vale? Y estaba rodando, creo que era el misterioso mundo del Doctor Parnassus, ¿vale? En el cual la peli empieza con el actor, ¿vale? Y a mitad de película, no sé qué coño pasa, ¿vale? Que cambian de actor, que creo que era Johnny Depp o algo así.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find good, shall we?
He must be around here somewhere.
Come and taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive.
A ver, por fin te encuentro, no, tampoco es que la has buscado mucho.
Slow down, Goods. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us, Pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Ni siquiera nos dejarán.
When you last saw it.
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime.
Acaba de decir niño choco. Acaba de decir niño choco. Que es para no decir niño de color, ¿no? Como menos racista, ¿no? Por no decir el niño negro.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of
Hijo
stuff,
puta.
make sure no one else is missing.
Un trabajador de Blizzard.
I'll meet you there.
Festeja que la semana que viene ya será el trabajador de Microsoft.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo then.
And the other on our purses.
What's next to the checkpoint?
Espera, a ver qué has dicho. Cuidado, Homa. Cuidado, Homa, con las palabras clave. Por eso te la voy a denegar, ¿vale? Porque tampoco quiero que me baneen a mí. Es que he visto cosas de rollo decir la palabra y enseguida hacerte el directo. ¡Pum! Fuera. Es que no me acuerdo. A ver, fue a Axel, ¿no? A Axel el sábado. Bueno, el viernes. También le metió ahí un esto por decirlo de... Algo de no sé qué, los chinos, no sé qué, no sé cuándo. Y también le esto.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's my mate.
Joder, haber empezado por ahí.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
Y no es mi bot. Y no es mi bot. Es el bot de Twitch.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. Bye, little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh. Goots told us
Sí,
that
pero
you
es
know
grande como
markets
un
well.
molbol, pero...
Might you have an idea
Pero
which
si arriba
little bear could have done this?
tiene el cerebro de una ardilla, pues como que...
Then we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means trade passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no.
¿Que cuáles buenos son? Es que depende también, ¿vale? También depende. Porque depende también de lo que... de cómo quieras jugar tú, ¿vale? Ahí está el hecho de que a lo mejor, pues si quieres un juego más... atacar más a distancia, ¿vale? Sin gastar mucho PM, creo que... A ver... Creo que podrías coger la Amazona, ¿vale? Que sería más tiro con arco y todo eso. ¿Que te gusta más la magia? Pues podrías tirarte más por la hechicera o maga, que no me acuerdo lo que es, ¿vale? ¿Que te gusta más ataque cuerpo a cuerpo pero con algo más de magia? Ahí tienes el paladín, ¿sabes? ¿Que quieres más cuerpo? Ahí ya va dependiendo más de tus gustos, ¿sabes? Va más dependiendo de tus gustos. ¿Que te gusta crear caos en el juego? Tienes a un nigromante. En el 2, estoy hablando del 2, ¿eh? Tienes ahí un nigromante. Que empiezas a levantar bichos, ¿sabes? Y olvídate. Creas el caos. ¿Sabes? Ahí es que más depende de lo que tú quieras hacer. ¿Sabes?
Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen.
Pues a lo mejor un mago tirado hacia la rama de fuego, ¿vale? Pues puede crear mucho caos, ¿eh? Y los magos suelen estar, magos hechiceros suelen estar bastante rotos en ese tipo de juegos cuando vas muy avanzado. Claro, pero también tienes que tener el punto de vista en el maná, que ellos también te van a gastar mucho, ¿sabes?
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name.
O luego tienes el druida.
Clive.
Luego tienes el druida. Que eso también... Que eso también es telita, ¿sabes? Tienes ahí cuerpo a cuerpo. Y luego tienes las transformaciones. Te puedes transformar en hombre lobo, en hombre oso.
Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers.
A ver.
Understood.
A ver. Siendo sincero. Sabiendo que Payday es un juego multijugador, ¿vale? Porque es un puto juego multijugador. ¿Qué esperaban? ¿Que no fuera de conexión permanente? Si es un puto juego multijugador. Otra cosa es lo que ha pasado, pues a lo mejor pues, con Diablo 4, ¿vale? Que sí, que tiene rasgos MMO, ¿vale? Pero es una putada. Pero os voy a decir una cosa. Diablo 4 se puede jugar sin conexión. Pero solo puedes jugar la historia. Bueno, la historia y las secundarias. Te pierdes el crearte clanes, el crearte tal. Pero Diablo 4 es un juego que puedes jugar sin conexión, ¿eh? Creo que me voy a... Ah, me falta uno, mierda. No, me voy a esperar. Otra cosa es Gran Turismo, ¿vale? Gran Turismo, el último Gran Turismo. Veo una putada que el juego sea conexión permanente. Veo una putada. Ahí sí que veo una putada. Porque es un juego en el que tú vas a jugar solo. Porque vas a hacerte las pantallitas, vas a correr. ¿Que te apetece jugar multijugador? Pues oye, ahí lo tienes. Pero hacer Gran Turismo de conexión permanente, no sé, es como apuñalarte a ti mismo, ¿no?
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a brand. Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Y creo que el nuevo Motorsport, el Forza Motorsport, creo que también se ha dicho que va a ser de conexión permanente. Y ahora la peña se está tirando al cuello, pero por favor, ¿como tontos o qué?
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, and Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the
¿El Diablo 4? ¿Dices? ¿Cómo?
Watch your back, see?
¿O el Gran Turismo?
Chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
The finest earthenware from the free cities! Come and taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Claro, claro. Hombre, si lo haces así, es por tema de dinero. ¿Sabes? Por tema de dinero. Porque yo te meto tú imagínate, Final Fantasy, conexión permanente a internet. Y dices, ¿por qué? Y tienes que tener el plus para jugarlo. Y dices, ¿por qué? Pues porque me sale de la polla y quiero que te compres el PlayStation Plus, ¿vale? Para yo ganar dinero. Y tú puedas jugar. Pero así yo gano dinero. Te gastas lo que vale el juego más todos los meses, ¿sabes? Más todos los meses X pasta, ¿vale? Para que tú puedas seguir jugando al juego, ¿sabes? Dices, tú lo que eres es un hijo de la gran puta.
Fish for sale, fresh sorted and smoked. Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags.
Y bueno, lo de Xbox también es una putada, ¿eh? Me parece una guarrada lo de Xbox, ¿vale? Parece una guarrada. Lo de, sí, yo pago PlayStation Plus. Pago PlayStation Plus. Pago Game Pass, ¿vale? Pero si me quedo sin internet, no voy a poder jugar a ningún juego de Game Pass. Creo que me parece una guarrada. Creo que me parece una guarrada. Y muy grande. Muy, muy grande.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Ole. Sí. Deberían hacerlo. Porque me acuerdo que Play 3, ¿vale? Play 3, el online era totalmente gratuito. Y luego tenías aparte el PlayStation Plus, que si lo querías comprar, te lo pillabas, ¿vale? Pero PlayStation 3, el internet era gratuito. Y me parecía de puta madre. Pero no. Tuvieron que tirar por el caballero don dinero.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Puto chiquillo. Pégale un patadón. Dulces como la miel. ¿Has probado mis melocotones? Son dulces como la miel. Que ya no sé si se está refiriendo a sus melocotones, o sus melocotones que están ahí.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
Sí, Xbox, sí, Xbox. En 360 dijo, si queréis internet, pagar.
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Y Sony dijo, hostia, nosotros no vamos a ser menos. Yo también quiero cobrar por poner internet. Pues ahí está, toma. Vale.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money. It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk. What about? We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza...
Onza de chocolate.
He said he got a job. Doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Mira, como su colega... Como su colega sea de color.
You've been very helpful.
Y se llame Onza. Hostia, es ir a hacer daño, ¿eh? Ir a hacer daño.
Peaches and pears. Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me, my lord. You won't regret it.
Siempre hay que tener aprecio por las consolas viejas. Siempre.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Yeah, and I'm broke. Enough of your...
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance to be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Dios, chaval, cuántos carajillos te has bebido.
Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
Dios, es que tiene... Que el hijo de puta tiene cara hasta de viejo. Me jodas. Habla como si fuera un hombre de 40 años que se ha bebido unos 50 carajillos al día. ¿Vale? Y encima es que tiene cara de viejo el hijo de la gran puta.
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Ven aquí, viejo joven, ¿dónde estás? Viejo joven.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their guild, me and my mates would have
No
starved.
jodas, es que jodo. Ya. Que este habla, pero es joder. A ver, a mí se me pone ese perro así y yo no me acerco, por mucha espada que tenga.
Wait, we're not.
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Joder, que te lo estoy diciendo, eso es normal.
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Eloise.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Bueno, él quiere acabar con los furtos y yo quiero acabar derretido, ¿no? Así que vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Porque empiezo a derretirme. Voy a ver quién está por aquí haciendo directo. Pues no hay nadie. Pues mira, os voy a pasar con figura 77. Que no sé qué peli estará viendo, pero bueno. Así que nada, chicos, pues eso. Mañana ya más. Como siempre suelo decir, es un placer tenernos por aquí. Sed buenos. Y mañana nos vemos. Y os dejo con figura 76. Y a ver qué peli estará viendo. Hasta otra, chicos.